Hello, students. Welcome to another exciting lesson with Mrs. Tega Festus. Trust you enjoyed watching the previous video. And we talked about community health. And under that, we saw the determinants of community health. So today we'll be seeing a very beautiful topic, which is community health. And under that, we'll be seeing safe water supply. And in this lesson, we're going to be learning about sources of water, qualities of safe water and uses of water. So first of all, we'll be seeing the sources of water supply. Naturally, there are three major sources of water supply, and these are rain, surface or ground water, and then we also have underground water. Every city and every town or village you see around, they use any of these sources of water supply. So we'll be seeing rainwater. Do you know that rainwater is water from the environment? That is water that comes from plants, animals, and earth. This water enters the atmosphere as water vapor. And as the vapor moves higher into the sky, it becomes cooler. And the cooling effect condenses to form droplets of water called cloud. And this droplet falls back to the earth as rain. Rainwater contains dissolved atmospheric impurities. So the next to be seen is surface water. This is the second type of water supply found flowing on the surface of the ground. Example of such includes spring, streams, rivers, lakes, pond, and sea. So we'll talk about spring water. It is the water that flows between rocks at the water table level, which is collected for use at various rocky areas. It is one of the best sources of groundwater because it is filtered by the soil. It is not polluted. So the next source of water I'll be seeing is stream water. Mind you, it's also a type of groundwater. Water produced from spring join to form stream. They are shallow form of fresh water that moves through forests and open lands. Most streams pass through villages and towns, so they are highly polluted with either feces, oil, or urine. So the next we're going to be seeing is the river. This is water from various streams, which form larger body of fresh water. A river has a large volume of water which flows through large towns and cities. As a result, they are heavily polluted too. So the next to be seen is sea. The sea is a collection of all groundwater from springs, streams, and river. They come from various inland sources carrying all impurities that dissolve and flow into the sea. That's why it's very salty. So we'll be seeing the lake. This is a body of fresh water surrounded by land, and it forms due to one or more rivers flowing into a wide land without flowing out directly. It has same impurities as the river. So the next is the pond. This is mostly common in swampy areas because digging just a little bit below, it will expose the soil to more water. Another we'll be seeing is underground water, and it is the third type of water supply. It lies deep inside the ground. It is located far below the water table. The water finds its way beyond layers of the soil. To obtain this water, the soil has to be drilled with a machine to get to the water bed. So the first example of this is the shallow well. The shallow water is obtained at the water table level, and it can be built with a bucket attached to a rope, just like the one you can see in the picture. Another way this can be done is it can also be collected through a suction pump operated by hand. This major source of pollution of this kind of water is by seepage from upper surface of the well. And this kind of well is capable of drying up during dry season. Another one is a deep well. This kind of water is obtained from a well that is drilled or sunk beyond the water table. The water at this level is always very available. It doesn't dry up like that of the shallow well. That's why it's also called a borehole, This type of water can be pumped into a reservoir with an underground pumping machine like the ones we have in our various houses. And it is also well filtered by the soil. So we're going to be seeing qualities of safe water. It should be tasteless. It shouldn't have sweet, bitter, or sour taste. Number two, it should be colorless. Water should not be purple, pink, or green. It should be plain, that's transparent. You should see through it. Another quality of water is it should be odorless, shouldn't have any kind of smell. If you perceive any odor from water, it simply tells you that that water is not safe. Another quality of safe water is that it should be free of germs. When examined under a microscope, no kind of germ should be seen. Then lastly, it should be particles free. Any water you see particles is a dirty water. So uses of water. Number one, we have the biological uses of water. This is the use of water for the proper functioning of the body. Water is essential for life. 80% of the body weight is of water. Water in the womb of a pregnant woman helps the baby to stay comfortable. So we see that water is very important. Then we also have domestic use of water. Water is used for cooking. From the beginning of the cooking of food to the ending needs water. Water is also used for dishwashing after cooking. Another use of water is for health maintenance. Water is used to maintain health of individuals like bathing and washing of hands, and also for cleaning of the environment, total environmental sanitation. Then agricultural uses of water. Animals in the community are raised using water daily. Water is needed to raise healthy crop. It is also used for gardening and taking care of domestic animals. Water is also needed in the farm for irrigation during dry season. So that one we'll be seeing is industrial use of water. Water is needed in industries for producing drinks, for producing bread in bakeries, ice cream and snacks too. Only a clean water can be used for this. Then another use of water in the community is to generate electricity. Water is used to power machines that generate electricity. For example, the Kainji Dam. This dam supplies Nigeria electricity. So water is used to generate the major part of Nigeria's electricity. Water is also used to exercise the body. We all know the importance of exercise to the body. And also it is used for sports and recreational activities. Water is used for safety purposes. Water is one of the products used to save life and property. It is used to fight fire during a fire outbreak, maybe in buildings, farmlands, and forest or combustible. So with these students, we've come to the end of this lesson. See you in the next class. Bye.